the marine cable to Kalangala. This one is very congested, and we, through the Kalangala Infrastructure Services, request that we get a dedicated line for Kalangala. I request, it's my humble request. Thank you so much for noting that down.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, another is about the tariff. When we got connected to the main grid, Mr. Speaker, I thought the prices were going to lower. I thought the tariffs were going to be lower than what we were using before. But as we speak, it is 1,265.5 a unit, which is very, very high for my people. Madam Minister, please try as much as possible to see that my people also enjoy like the ones. It is very high. Yeah, it is actually higher, yes. And finally, Mr. Speaker, in Kalangala district, where we have gotten the marine cable, the consumption tariff is higher, commercial consumption tariff is higher than the domestic. But on the main grid, the people in Kampala and this side, the consumption, the commercial consumption is lower because the government has, I think, subsidized for the business community because we get revenue out of all the businesses. But in Kalangala, it is the reverse. We would request government to ensure that the people of Kalangala in the business community also enjoy this. And also finally, I want to commend the committee for such a wonderful report, especially to the hard to reach areas. We feel represented very well. The Honorable Chair, thank you for listening to our cry, especially, Mr. Speaker, the issue of ambulances that were not fueled. They were not given fuel in the NDB4, but now that you have brought it out, we are grateful and we are hopeful that this fuel is going to come to us, not only in words, Mr. Speaker, but in action. On page, Mr. Speaker, on 29th March 2025, I wanted to give you why we are saying we are happy that we are going to get fuel. There is a lady who was coming from Banda Island. She was going to give birth, but she gave birth in the middle of the lake and in a very ugly boat. So when we have these ambulances functional and very well fueled, we are going to be happy and honored to get them. Mr. Speaker, secondly, on page 21, you gave a recommendation that the committee recommends that the ministry should allocate specific time and days when the boat ambulances should move so that the public is aware of the schedule. Mr. Speaker, a health condition cannot be allocated time. You cannot tell somebody to get sick tomorrow. So why I don't agree with the committee on this recommendation, because, say, for example, in the islands, you cannot tell somebody to get sick and the ambulance moves or doesn't move. The ambulance must be stationed somewhere ready to move at any time. Yeah? Because if, for example, somebody gets COVID-19 and they have the signs, you mean you're going to wait for Sunday and it is a Monday? So I believe, I think, Mr. Speaker, this recommendation should be removed from the committee report because it doesn't really make sense for me as a member of parliament from the hard to reach areas. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my colleague, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, like he said, I agree. Then also, I also request government to maybe, if it is okay, to reduce on the price of the life jackets. Because, Mr. Speaker, Kalangala and these other islands, when it comes to the health sector, they say Kalangala district has the highest prevalence of HIV, and we're at 18%, bigger than that of the entire country, and we're given free condoms. If the government can give us free condoms, they can also give us free life jackets. Because you cannot say you're protecting the lower part and you're not going to protect the upper part. Because life jackets are worn up. And they also save lives. So if condoms save lives, the government should also consider giving us free life jackets, or at least reduce on the taxes on the life jackets. Mr. Speaker, for your information, and the August House, a very good life jacket costs, I think, 100,000 shillings. A good one. But with the army on the lake, Mr. Speaker, our people have been impoverished and they cannot access or they cannot buy these life jackets. If government can at least also protect the upper part by giving us a life jacket, we shall be very much gratified. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I also wanted to give him information, Mr. Speaker, that when we ask our fishermen who exactly they think is doing this, some of them tell us it is the men in uniform. They have, like he said, they have the big engines, they have the fuel, they have those big boats, but they're always clad in army uniform. Mr. Speaker, army uniform. And they also have guns and machetes. So, yes. So we would want the minister to explain to us the UPDF uniform. Yes, and also police uniform, Mr. Speaker. It is happening between Mazinga sub-county, Bobeke, Chamuswa, and Bufumira. All these islands in Sese Okalangala. Mr. Speaker, we all know that we have the UPDF on the lake to guard or man the lake in the fishing sector. If they can have guns to man the